Well, Whelll here. I definitely just didn't record a big intro there, but forgot to turn the camera on. Guys, flint and steel, right? Flint and steel are exactly what they sound like, right? This is a piece of steel, this is a piece of flint. The way it works is that the flint is such a hard rock, okay, that it actually takes a little piece of the steel off when you hit it off each other, right? The steel is high carbon steel. That little piece of steel, when it touches the oxygen in the air, turns into a spark. Science, yay! Bruno, yay! Okay, for flint and steel to work in order to light a fire, guys, you need something to carry that spark, and that is called char cloth. And this is how you make it. It's very simple. Stay tuned. Okay, there's a couple of different ways you can do this. Two, mostly. Okay, if I hold the flint in my hand, right, and I hit it with the steel, like this. Now, it's not a scrape. You're actually hitting it, a glancing blow, like this. Okay? If I do that, the sparks have a tendency to go up. If I actually do it the other way and keep the steel in position and hit it with the flint, the sparks have a tendency to go down. Sometimes. Okay, right, here's the thing about flint and steel. It is very inconsistent. It's absolutely class, but it's very inconsistent. Whereas if you think about lighting a fire with a ferro rod, you're scraping the ferro rod and all those sparks are being pushed in one direction. Flint and steel, the sparks have a tendency to go anywhere. Okay, so char cloth is this. It is carbonized cotton, basically, I think. In the comments if I'm wrong, guys. I'm sort of taking this straight out of my head. Okay, so it is made the same way as making charcoal, except you're not using wood, you're using cotton. Okay, this is how it works. The most common outcome when doing a flint and steel demonstration is that it doesn't go according to plan. Okay, I'm going to put the piece of char cloth on top and I'm going to hit this with this. You ready? The idea is that a spark will land on this. There we go. Now, it's actually landed in two places. So, there you go. See that? Now, the spark that comes off of flint and steel is of much lower temperature than the spark that comes off a ferro rod, and therefore it is much harder to light a fire with it. So this is why we need the carrier. Okay. It's very cool, guys. I went through a whole big phase, a couple of years of just going mad on flint and steel to try and come up with different ways of lighting fires and stuff. Very unsuccessfully, I have to say, and I documented all that, so go look at my flint and steel playlist if you're into that. But I want to show you how to make char cloth, guys, right? That's why you're here. It's very simple. You need a fire. This is the thing about flint and steel. You need a fire, right? So you already need to have a fire. Now, all I'm going to do here is I need a tin or some sort of a vessel that I can use to cook my cotton in, right? So that tin also needs to have a little bit of a hole in it, because we're going to cook this cotton in an oxygen deprived environment, right? That'll do it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an old t-shirt, this one right here, and I'm just going to cut it into pieces, right? Not too big, not too small, something that you can fold over and still have it about that size. Okay, alright, Bruno, this is not food. He hears me opening all these things and he thinks it's food. Guys, I'm using a cotton t-shirt because that's what I have. Generally, Jesus, these scissors are not very good anymore. Oh yeah, I was cutting steel with them, that's why. I'm going to have to go get another pair of scissors. Guys, generally I prefer to use an old pair of jeans if possible, because the cotton is thicker. you do have to make sure, well, it's denim, isn't it? But you do have to make sure that it's 100% cotton and it doesn't have elastine or anything in it, guys. So none of your jaggins, boys. About that size, look. That'll do fine. Just drop it in there. We get a few more in there, Bruno. What do you reckon? Woof woof. Woof woof indeed, Bruno. Woof woof. Get back before I cut the nose of you. Get back. That'll do it. Okay. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little tin, I'm going to put it in the fire, right? That's all. Now what you can see there is you can see gas escaping out the little hole here, right? And what will happen eventually is that that gas will get superheated and it'll actually go on fire and you will have a jet of flame shooting out the hole, right? Just let it go, just let it burn until that flame is gone. Once that flame is gone, guys, lift it out with a pair of tongs and put it down and let it dry. No, don't let it dry. Let it go, let it go. Let it cool down. Good boy, Bruno. You don't have anything. You don't have anything, Bruno. And that is pretty much it. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to lift this out. I like to turn it over, but I don't know if that makes any difference. Guys, what? No, watch out, Bruno, watch out, hot stuff. What you don't want to do is you don't want to open it too early, because if you open it too, Bruno, if you open it too early, you're introducing oxygen into that environment, and we don't want oxygen in there yet until everything has completely cooled down. Come on, do it. Watch your face. Good boy. Bruno, if a fire is smoky, it probably needs oxygen or fuel. One or the other. And that's it. Generally, if it's cool enough to touch, guys, that'll do it. Bruno, this is not food. It's not for you. Now, if you open it too early, which I have done in the past, it all goes on fire. Not turns into flame, but it all goes red. Let's see how we're getting on. And this is the thing about it. If it doesn't work, just put it back on. Oh, it's all stuck together. The big reveal. There you have it. Char cloth. Okay, now here is something that is even cooler, right? I won't make this, I won't make it, but I'll tell you about it. Guys, if you have a piece of wood, or if you find a piece of wood in the forest that is so wet that when you squeeze it, it's like a sponge, punk wood, right? You can put that in a tin like this and you can cook it exactly the same way, and you end up with the most amazing fire starter for flint and steel. And ferro rods, guys. And this is it here. So you actually are making charcoal. This is it though. Very cool. Guys, flint and steel is class. It just you know there's a connection between man and fire, right? But flint and steel is just a different connection. It's just steps you back even further. It's class. Love it. Guys, and that's how you make char cloth. It is as easy as that. It is one of these things. I remember when I first started in bushcraft and stuff, I remember looking at it going, nah, there's some trick. They're doing something else here. There's no way it's as simple as that when you watch the YouTube videos. Guys, it is as simple as that. You cut up a piece of a t-shirt and you put it in a tin. You restrict the oxygen it can get when it's cooking on the fire, and that's it. Job done. Thanks for watching. Stay frosty.